Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub. Hey. I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber tub and hot tub. Rubber tub with me. Shaking hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me sweat?
Yeah.
Shaking hot tub.
Yeah.
Will you make me wet?
Yeah. Yeah. Is somebody tall in here in the afternoons?
I don't know.
I think it looks awful high. You just look different. doesn't
Oh,
it?
I was fooling with the microphone cords because one of them was buzzing.
Well, I'm
and
talking about.
probably.
I don't like.
Well, he sees you as 10 foot tall, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to
I
say.
am bigger in life. Anyway.
His
speaking
bubble's
about-
about to burst, John.
Did you have a good Easter? You have a good Easter?
I did.
Man, we went down to Bay Point 7:30 service. They call it sunrise, but it's 7:30, and Nisa was there. Nisa Wilkins, she did a great job singing. She's incredible. She is incredible. But we had a good time. There's a lot of people down there, and Saturday, my brother-in-law was in town. We went down to the local 115, and he had the crab cakes. He goes, golly, you're right. They're awesome. We had a good time. They had a good crowd down
Did you
there.
have the gumbo?
I had the gumbo. It was outstanding.
I knew it.
Everybody else got crab cakes. I got the gumbo. We had a great time. Lorelei was with us. We had a good time. Really good time. I'm tired, man. Not much sleep last night. Up all night long. Probably ate too much. Had the wrong stuff. I don't know. Just couldn't sleep. Just couldn't sleep. We hope you.
You do that a lot.
Yeah, I hope all of you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Easter. You were tired yesterday, weren't you?
I was tired the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I was absolutely worthless, as my wife would say.
Sometimes it's that way. You just gotta fight through it. All right, we got Coach South Walton coach on. We're getting a second. We're gonna have Coach Jones at Arnold. All these championship coaches we got on today. Playoff coaches. Then at 7:30, Doug Lee, Mosley. We got to talk about everything that's going on at Mosley. Chad, did you hear how many teams around here made the playoffs? It's incredible, man. I mean, it's the real
exciting.
deal. Yeah, we got the best baseball anywhere. But I want to ask you this. Who just had a birthday yesterday? You know I love him. He's 80 years old, and he's a living legend. He truly is a living legend.
Glenn Manley?
No, Glenn's 90 years old. Actually, I got to admit, I will say this, he's a little bit famous than Glenn. A little bit more famous than Glenn. A little bit, just a little bit. You have any idea?
I don't.
He is a former Gator coach. The one and only.
Oh, really?
Steve Spurrier.
Wow.
Just turned 80 years old yesterday. Happy birthday, Coach Spurrier. I haven't seen him since 2001. Unbelievable. But one of our heroes. We love him at our home. My son absolutely thinks he's the greatest thing ever walked. We got Coach. Coach, did you have a good Easter?
Absolutely. Had a great Easter weekend. Hope everybody got to enjoy time with the family and, remember the reason for the holiday. We had a great time.
Well, I tell you what, you've had a great week. Let's go back. Let's talk about it. Champions. Talk about who you played, who you beat, and how the kids played, and give us some names.
Monday night, played Pensacola High School. Blew them out. It was 24-1. Had dumped the entire bench. We got everybody in. Everybody had quality at bats and multiple hits. Just absolutely dominant performance by Charlie Wilcox on the mound. And Denton Lord came in and got his work in, and that was a good night for the Seahawks. Rolling into Wednesday night, which was the district championship against West Florida, who have a great team. They're 23-3 on the season. They came in and threw the Grayson Phillips kid. He was pretty good on the mound, but Coleman Borthwick hit a home run in the first inning. We had multiple quality at bats. Charlie Wilcox had a single up the middle to make it 3-0. And I believe in the fifth inning, they changed pitchers and we scored 7, and we walked them off. Run rule 10-0. I didn't see that come, and West Florida is absolutely a well-coached team. They pitch great. They got great offense. We just had their number that night. Braxton Barnes was dominant on the mound. He pitched lights out, went right at him. Anytime we get Barnes up on the mound with his energy and intensity pumping, veins popping out of his neck, I know it's going to be a good night. Hopefully we get him back up there this week.
That's awesome.
But we play Bay High tonight at 7 in the first round of the playoffs, the quarterfinals. We actually played Bay Monday and Tuesday night, and very well-coached team, Coach. Coach Hudson over there has done a great job turning that program around, and we'll absolutely be ready to play tonight because we know the task at hand before us is a great one.
I did not know it was Bay. I apologize for that. I just knew you were going to make it, and I didn't focus in on that. Let me ask you this.
Right.
If you win that game against Bay, will you stay home all the way till you go to down to Fort Myers, or will you have to travel?
Right now, as it sits, we're the number one ranked team in the region. So in 3A, Region 1, we're ranked the highest. So with the new playoff format, we'll actually host the first and second game of the playoff round, the quarterfinal here this week, and going forward. But we're not overlooking anybody. We got to take it one step at a time. But yes, we do have home field advantage throughout. Now, if we split with Bay High Monday, Tuesday, we would travel to Bay on Thursday night. So that's the way the format works.
Yeah. Let me ask you about that. Do you guys like that? I thought if you did well enough during the year to be able to host, it looks like you'd be able to stay all three. But I guess they do that, though, in the World Series and everything else, so I guess they copy that. Do you like that?
I like the format 2 out of 3, and I think that's, if you split at the higher seed site, I think it's fair to travel.
Okay.
Now, the problem with that is, whoever wins this series will play the winner of Fernandina Beach and West Nassau. And, that's over on the Atlantic coast. So, whoever wins Bay or South Walton, absolutely want to sweep so you don't have to travel over to Jacksonville.
Wow. Yeah, baseball's getting expensive. There's no doubt about that. A lot of these teams they're talking about, it makes more sense to go over there and spend a night instead of going back and forth. I mean, it does. And it probably save you money when you factor in the bus. I don't know, but I think so. What? Yeah,
yes,
I don't want to get too much into that.
I think there's 2 options. You can play a doubleheader on day one on like a Monday. Both teams agree you can play a doubleheader, or if you claim we can't afford it financially, we need to play 2 games in one day. I think they'll side with that situation. But for us, we factor in overnight trip every year for these reasons. We'll take a trip and play on a Friday, like we went to Tallahassee and played McClay on a Friday, and then we spun around and played Lincoln on a Saturday just to get the boys prepped for a possible playoff road trip. Also, when you go to Fort Myers, you get out of a rhythm because especially when you're used to playing at 7 o'clock, you travel down, for a day and a half or whatever, and you're sleeping in a hotel, and now you got to get up and play the biggest game of your life at 10 a.m. Like, you got to kind of factor that in. That's a different scenario for most high school kids.
Yeah, you're right. But let me ask you this, well, I understand it. If, let's just say you don't want to play a doubleheader, but the other school does, who's going to determine if you play the doubleheader?
Right. According to Robbie Lindeman, he's the director of baseball for the FHSAA. The latest emails that I've seen from him is, both coaches can agree to a doubleheader, or there's a little star down there that says if the FHSAA, deems, necessary, they can step in on any type of difference of opinion on that, what they want to do. So anyway, Robbie Lindeman makes the ultimate decision. But right now we're scheduled to go Monday and Tuesday this week, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Are you guys healthy? Everybody ready to go?
We are. We've got all our horses in the stable. They're lined up, and, we got to pitch well. Bay High's district champions over there. They're well coached. They got a state champion coach who's won a lot of baseball games in Bay County, and we don't overlook anybody. We got to go out and pitch our tails off tonight and tomorrow and try to find a way to win.
Have you already told who's going to start? Or I know you might not want to mention that, but do they know who's going to pitch for you? The pitchers, do they know who it is?
My guys know who's going tonight. I have six high-level arms, so it's kind of looking forward. There's going to be some strategy going into this, but we're rolling with our big dogs tonight.
Isn't that, really, I'm glad you mentioned that because we were talking about that, I think, Friday with some other coaches. I think it was Jeff. When you get these 3 games in 2 days, and like you said, it could be a double hitter, it is going to come down to some coaching decisions, about the pitchers. Some staffs just have one or two great pitchers. You're lucky to have 2. You guys got 6. That's really good. But I guess you want to try to keep the arms fresh as you can? Is that going to be the deal?
Yeah, you always want to advance into the playoffs, so whatever you got to do to win the ball game. But at the same time, it's not like we got to stretch kids out 105 pitches night in, night out like some people do just to be competitive. So we can split it up some, or if we can get a lead sometimes, run another quality arm out there. It's not that we're trying to underestimate the opponent. We just like to keep their pitch counts down because as you go through this thing, week after week, the weather heats up. The weather's heating up. I think it's up in the mid-80s today. But here in a couple of weeks, it could very easily be 90. And then you get down to Fort Myers, that's a different type of heat down there. So you got to have your body programmed, and it's just when it zaps you, it's tough to overcome. But anyway, we try to balance out our arms. We've done that all year. I guess that's a big advantage because we don't have to rely on one arm all the way. We can split it up a little bit.
Now, let me ask you this. You'll play this series this week, and then next week the other round, right?
This week's the regional quarterfinals. Next week's the regional semifinals.
Okay.
And the following week's the regional finals.
Yeah.
And you got to win. You got to win step 1 here this week. 2 out of 3 to advance.
Right. Well, Coach, I appreciate it, man. I know y'all busy. You had a heck of a year. What y'all wind up? What was your overall record regular season? Well, add the wins in now. How many? What y'all's record?
Right. We're 24-3. Tied for the best record in team history with a couple wins. We'll definitely have the best record in school history. So, just got to take it one step at a time. I'm staying humble and hungry, Coach.
There you go. Well, take it easy, buddy, and we'll start talking about raising money for you guys if you have to travel.
Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all.
Right.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, we get back. Coach Jones, Arnold. They had also another championship coach coming on. It's crazy. Bay champs, Arnold champs, South Walton champs, and Mosley's in the playoffs also. Bozeman champs. It's
Bay.
Yeah, Bay, Bozeman.
Bay's getting ready to play.
Yeah. It's crazy. How about that? We're the station of champions. How about that? I'll take that. Any comment? No. All right.
Gives us something great to talk about on a Monday morning.
You're kidding. All right, let's get going right now, Chad. What is the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
All right, let's talk about some of our other great people we have. We got Pat Pernod, the beautiful, unbelievable city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an incredible job. But his restaurant, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, they are the best. If you're over in Lynn Haven, you get out to Beef O'Brady's, have a great meal. They treat you like family, TVs everywhere, watch all sporting events, have a great time, and tell them Coach sent you to Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. And after you do that, Wildcat, we can head on down and see Russ and Amber.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
They have free jewelry cleaning. Come in there and let them clean your jewelry, let them inspect all the facets and everything so you don't lose any of the precious stones. They want to remind you that in 10 days they can have that one-of-a-kind engagement ring ready to go. And, of course, we've got Mother's Day just around the corner. So go in there and talk to them about what you might want to do for your dear, sweet mother.
And after that, go look at your skin. You got the jewelry on. Check out the skin.
Yeah.
Doesn't look right,
Not at
feel
all.
right. It could be something wrong. you better call Dr. Ward. Listen to him every Wednesday right here at 7:30 on ESPN Northwest Florida. 5 minutes can save your life. All you women out there, 2 things you really got to pay attention to: breast cancer, skin cancer. Dr. Ward's got offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. He can take care of you. Put that sunscreen on, get out of those tanning beds, and you check your skin always. If you're not even sure, you might be having any kind of question about that. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. Go see Dr. Ward. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
I was a bench warmer. No, but you can.
He was left out.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, hell yeah, I was and, yeah, it was,
Yes.
no, actually, it happens. You are crazy, but
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Monday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 79 and a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Slight fog and some clouds tonight, very little wind, and a temperature of 68. About the same tomorrow, around 78 with slight fog and some clouds. Slightly foggy and partly sunny Wednesday and very warm around 79. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a fifth-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design-build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
MLB is incoming, and you won't miss a game. Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN+, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most major markets. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $45 a month with our promo code ESPNNW. Go to ESPNPC.com and click the Scorpion TV logo.
For the A.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
Your spot for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast. Listen live nights and weekends. This is Braves Country. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of championship coaches, championship baseball teams. From this point forward, you'll be talking to championships and championship coaches. And we've got one on the phone right now from the great city of Panama City Beach. He came from California, didn't know what to expect, and all he just built a powerhouse program. The one and only, from Arnold High School, Chris Jones. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
We are outstanding. Break down the games you guys played. Tell us what happened to get this championship. I think it's the second, maybe the third. No, I think it's the second we've ever had at Arnold. Is it the second one?
It's the second one, yes.
In school history.
One in 4 years, yes, in school history. So
unbelievable.
This senior class ended up winning district championship this year, and they also won it their freshman year. So they were part of both of our district championships in school history. So a really nice accomplishment for them. We played Godby on Monday evening. We won that one 13-3. Nico Landavaza started on the mound for us. We had a couple guys with multiple hits with the runs that we had. We had Mason Lehman with 3 hits, Josh Lindsay with 2 hits, Connor McCann with 3 hits. We scored 9 runs in the bottom of the first and sort of kept going from there and ended that game in 5 innings to get us to the championship game against Wakulla on Thursday night. I was pretty feisty and heated. They were a very competitive group. We were able to win that one 6-1. We split the game with our pitchers because we have playoffs starting tonight, so we wanted to make sure that we didn't go too far with any of the pitchers, so they wouldn't be able to be fully effective on tonight. So Eli Blair started through 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out 6. Jackson Ross came in for 2 innings, gave up the 1 unearned run, and struck out 4. And then Cooper Moss finished it with 2 innings, striking out 5. So we ended up striking out 15 of their batters in the 7 innings. Really a powerful performance by our pitching staff. And then offensively, we were led once again by Josh Lindsay with 2 hits, Cooper Moss with 2 hits, and Connor McCann with 2 more hits, 3 RBIs. He's been getting some real clutch hits for us lately. So we were able to win our district championship, as you mentioned, the second time in school history and second time for this group of seniors that we have in the last 4 years. So happy with that. And then the brackets came out for the playoffs on Friday, and we were able to see who we were going to play. And so it was a good week for us.
Now, who will you be playing tonight?
Tonight and tomorrow night we'll be playing Fort Walton Beach High School at our place at 7 o'clock each night, Monday and Tuesday. If it goes to game 3, then we would go to Fort Walton Beach on Thursday. So we have Fort Walton Beach this week. They're the 8th seed. We were fortunate enough to get the number 1 seed in the region, which wasn't, frankly, a huge surprise. We've been number 1 in the region for the last 6 or 8 weeks. But to have it be official and to see the brackets come out, that's certainly quite a compliment. This is 2 years in a row that we've been the number 1 seed in the region going into the playoffs. And so, again, it's a tribute to the hard work these kids have put in and the kind of seasons they put together that we're in this position.
And what's nice about that, those home games. Let's talk about this. The pitching, it's going to be strategy now. We just got off the phone with Nick. He's got like 6 really good pitchers. We know you got 2 outstanding, and you got more than that. But how do you, like this game, how many pitchers you think you'll go through this game? Do you even know, or are you going to play by ear, or you got a kind of a game plan for these 2 or 3 games? We're going to do this, and if that doesn't work, we'll do that.
Well, we got a game plan, but Mike Tyson used to say, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So we'll see how we have to react to it.
Yeah, really.
But we're going to start with Eli Blair on the mound tonight, and we'll keep Cooper Moss in relief if we need to throw him for an inning or so to finish the game. It's a tight game at the end, and we really need somebody to just come in and try and give us our best chance to lock up game 1, and we would use Cooper in relief tonight. If we don't use Cooper Moss tonight, then he would start tomorrow. So that's our plan. We have Jackson Ross, who's our number 3. He's a sophomore lefty. He does a great job for us. He could also be in relief in either one of these games. And if it goes game 3 and we haven't used Cooper, if we use Cooper as a starter, then Jackson would start game 3. So that's all our secrets right there. But it is what it is. That's what we feel like gives us our best chance to go for game 1 and finish it with Moss if we need to. And if we don't need to, then we have the luxury of having him start in game 2, which is certainly one of the luxuries of having 2 guys the caliber that we have. But you said that Nick's got about 6 guys like that, so his strategy sessions are probably a little bit easier the last week or 2 than ours, but not by much.
All right, give us a little rundown. What do you know about Fort Walton Beach? Are they pretty good with the bats? Are they more pitching, more defense, more offense? Can they steal bases? What do you know about them?
Not a whole lot. I have gotten to see them one time this year. I know that they have a new coach this year. He's done a great job. It's his first year there. Pretty much a rebuilding year for them, the way they were looking at it. He's starting, I believe, 7 freshmen, sophomores,
Dang.
4 of one class and 3 of another. Yeah. Wow. And so really the expectations coming in were then for them to take their lumps this year. But they obviously he's done a great job with them. They're talented young players, and they've won 12, 13 games. I think about 500 on the year. So they're a team that is growing as every day. And obviously we're a little on the older side than they are. Excuse me. We have more experience, and hopefully we'll lean on that here in the playoffs. And this will be the first shot for them in the playoffs in a while. And our seniors are lucky. This will be their 4th time being in the playoffs. So we hope to take advantage of that. But they're a talented young team that is going to keep getting better. I spoke to their coach yesterday a little bit about pregame stuff and whatnot, but he was kind of comparing what we did 4 years ago with the 4 seniors that we have now that have basically played every day since they were freshmen to sort of where he is right now in the program. And we were competitive, and we got in the playoffs and won a game or two here and there with even when the kids were young, and that's certainly what they're looking to do. But they're young and up and coming, and it's, they're the 8 seed, we're the 1 seed. I would say we'd be favored on paper or whatever. That's the benefit you get of being in the 1 seed, but they're certainly a team headed in the right direction and somebody that we're going to have to take very seriously as a formidable opponent.
How do you get information on these guys if you don't really get to see them in person? Do you get much tape on them, or, well, they don't call it tape anymore. Do you get to watch them on film much, or do you call other coaches? How do you guys do that? Because baseball, man, y'all playing people from everywhere.
Right. It's rough sometimes, but you try and find out who they played and see if you know any of the coaches of teams we played. I know they played Bay High a couple times. They do. Some teams have games on the internet. They stream their games on the internet, or there is some film there, but that's not amazing. Most of it's taken from about 300 feet away from the plate, and you don't see a whole lot. I was fortunate I was able to see them play earlier this year, so I do have some firsthand knowledge of them. In general, you can try and call around, text around to some friends or people who know somebody, a friend of a friend, and try and get a little information. But at this level in baseball and the high school level, it's a lot of you go into it and you learn as you go. You try and find out a little bit ahead of time. Just any little bit will help. But for the most part, like our arms are different than the arms that they've been seeing. So a scouting report from a team that threw a guy that throws 80 miles an hour with a really good breaking ball, probably going to be a little bit different approach to pitch when you have a Cooper Monster and Eli Blair that are bumping 90 from time to time. And so you get the information you can, try and get a general idea of what they do. Like you were asking me, they run, they hit, they do a little bit of all the above. Yeah. And then you go from there.
Well, I can't tell everybody again what time the game start. What about getting tickets? Give us the rundown on all that.
Yeah, the games are at 7 p.m. at Arnold High School tonight and tomorrow night. You get tickets on GoFan, however that works. I don't have to do that very often myself. So there's a website, an app from GoFan. The tickets are done through there. We love to have as many people out as possible. We are really fortunate that we seem to get really good crowds about all the time, and in the playoffs it gets even better. So it's a great environment for our kids to play in. It's just a wonderful experience for our kids. And the more people show up and yell a little bit, maybe they'll yell louder than me once in a while. But it'd be great for our kids. And like I said, if we have to go there Thursday, we'll go there Thursday. And if we're fortunate enough to, whoever wins this round will play again next week, obviously. And if we were to, for as long as we're alive, we're the 1 seed, so we'll be the home team Mondays and Tuesdays for the next 3 weeks if we can stay alive. So we're very fortunate there to get a chance to do that.
Well, the bottom line is we hadn't had this opportunity to go watch a game on the beach in a playoffs but twice in 25 years. So we need to pack the place out. If you love baseball and you don't live on Panama City Beach, come watch these teams. These kids deserve it. Both groups of teams, these players deserve it. They've worked extremely hard. The coaches have too. And this is what it's all about, man. I'm proud of you. Great job. Keep it up. And we will talk to you next week and go get you 2 wins. That's all we need now is 2 more wins.
That's all we need this week. Yes, sir.
That's right. All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, let's talk about some of our great, outstanding, wonderful, unbelievable people like Chad Mitchell.
Yeah.
The legend.
Yeah.
Robotic surgery.
Yeah.
Any of you baseball players get hurt.
Yeah.
Get in the hot tub. Will it make me sweat? Yeah, it will. Chad
Makes
will
you
too.
feel better.
Yeah. The legendary, the unbelievable J. Michael's Restaurant, Thomas Drive, the best seafood, the coldest beer. Get down to J. Michael's, have a great time. Try out the steaks, try their burgers, the best burgers on Panama City Beach. But what they're great, I tell you right now, that fried shrimp, the seasoning they use is incredible. The legendary J. Michael's. Go check it out, the special day. Red beans and rice, it's really good, but you get that seafood anytime you want. J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive, the legendary J. Michael's. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Go down there, have a great time. 2 great locations. Front Beach Road, and also right across the street from Navy Base on Thomas Drive, Navy Drive, whatever the hell they're calling it now. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Happy hour, buy one, get one free. Small draft beer, margarita. It's incredible. Great place to have birthday parties every Thursday night, karaoke. And You're talking about joint pains. You're talking about high cholesterol, can't sleep, stomach issues, just ugly.
Talking about you.
Jason Kovaleski. He will make it happen for you. That guy will make you better. He's unbelievable. Jason's got 2 great locations, 23rd Street, Pier Park. You can try it before you buy it. If I know you're driving your kids to school right now and they're involved in sports and you want to give them an edge, this will do it. I guarantee you. He can tell you by position what you should focus on: eating, lifting weights, you name it, he knows it. Jason Kovaleski, Max Fitz, Sports Nutrition. We'll be right back. Hopefully, Doug Lee, Mosley, they're traveling. We have got to help them out. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra-high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus, more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Here at Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we're here to help you celebrate life's precious moments. From engagements, Mother's Day and birthdays, to anniversaries, Father's Day, and graduation. Tracy's Fine Jewelry is with you every step of the way with a perfect gift to celebrate any occasion. Celebrating every I do, Happy Mother's Day, anniversary, graduation, and Father's Day, because every occasion is perfect with a little bit of sparkle. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, putting a sparkle on Bay County for over 50 years.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting is a 5th-generation contracting company based right here out of Bay County. TK Vandy's expertise in commercial and residential roofing, as well as a design, build general contractor, set them aside as a versatile and fresh alternative to achieve your construction needs. Contact TK Vandy Roofing, 850-866-9908, or email support@tkvandy.com. They can't wait to help you.
It's David Hayes with a message that could save you thousands. Jed Lawyers never charges you up front. You heard me. You pay absolutely nothing unless they win your case. No gimmicks, no surprise bills, just real legal help after a car crash or injury. They're right in downtown Panama City on McKenzie Avenue, fighting hard for people just like you. Call 850-852-0000 or head to jedwins.com to get started.
The Coach James Hale Show. Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
A lot more excitement is yet to come.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Oh, man, I just got a text here from... I need to ask Coach Jones if he knew where to get a ping pong table. Dang it. I forgot to ask him about
what's
that.
It's
inside information. Inside information. Coach Jones, you got a way. I was going to ask you if you know where you can get a ping pong table. I'm sorry, I didn't see this till right now.
He needs a new pickup truck, too, by the way, so he says.
All right, you're talking about legendary. This is the man, Doug Lee, state championship coach, and we knew it. People get injured. It doesn't matter. They keep on winning at Mosley. He makes the state playoffs. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Coach. How are y'all doing?
We are doing outstanding. I wanted to get you on today, and I appreciate you coming on. You're the only ones really right now in the county traveling a distance, and I want to talk about this. How does it work far as the county? Do they pay any of the transportation? I know I think I heard they're going to play for this. If you make it to the state championship, they'll pay for it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. We kind of reached out, and we've got some big teams in it, and but no, we're kind of on our own to pay our bills, and but it is what it is, and so we're excited to be in, excited about getting the chance to play at Lake City, and we'd like to go over there and sweep this thing, but best case scenario or worst case scenario, I guess if you split, we get a chance to host Game 3 here on Saturday. So, but for the first two, we're on the road.
All right, let's talk about it. Give us a breakdown how you got there, who you had to beat, and how the kids played.
Well, we opened up last week in the district tournament, hosting Childs, and we had beat them earlier in the year 14-4, and it was early, and we called them on a good day. We played really well. They were kind of still trying to figure out some things, and so we knew it'd be a different ball game, and so they came over, and we did get an early lead, and it was kind of like an NCAA basketball game. Matter of fact, I talked to our team about that in the middle of the game. We made a run, they made a run, and we made another run, and then they made a run, and so it was just back and forth for a while, and we were fortunate to win it in the bottom of the seventh, 8-7, and so it was a very good high school baseball game, exciting game, and just glad our guys found a way to win. And we really swung it well that night. We had 14 hits. It may be one of the best nights we've had at the plate, and not a lot of cheap hits either. A lot of balls that were barreled up, and Ryan Harless gave us a gutsy performance on the mound, and Chase Wood closed it out. So had a great game, and then we went over to Lincoln, who we went to Lincoln earlier in the year, and they beat us 10-0, and really challenged our kids. I felt like if we could keep it close, we'd have a shot, and Brady Lee really was very competitive on the mound, gave us a great outing, and Fletcher Taylor came in late in the game and really worked out kind of how we hoped it would. And it was close at the end, and felt like we had them right where we wanted them, gave us a shot to win it, and we just came up a little short, 4-3. But just excited that where we're at, and a new season starts on Wednesday.
Yeah, you're right. It's a totally do or die. Let me ask you this. You play these games. I know you had one kid injured, but right now, everybody pretty healthy, ready to go for these games?
Well, we actually have three of our guys on our roster that started the year on the roster out. Two of them starting. Our starting center fielder, Peyton Williams, he's out. He's been in the leadoff spot or in the two-hole all year, and he's a 3-year starter in center field. He's out. And, of course, Carter Payne, one of our main guys on the mound and has a lot of ceiling to him and a bright future. He's out. He's going to actually have surgery on Thursday. So he's, this is the thing I love about him. He's going to drive over, be with us on Tuesday and Wednesday, and after the game, drive all the way back all night long to go get surgery,
Wow.
And, that's the kind of kids we have right now. We got kids that really, they play hard and they're hungry, and, I really am just thrilled to death of this team this year.
What about the selection committee? When you saw it, were you pleased? What did you think? They did you right, or do you think they kind of mistreated you?
Well, no, I think it's fair. I kind of tend to think district champions should be able to host the first round regardless, but that's not the case. If you're whoever the highest ranked team is going to host, unless you're a district champ, or if you're not a district champion, you may be playing another team that's not a district champion. But in our case, we face the district champion, and so we will have to travel to them.
What do you know about this team?
Well, they're very well coached, play hard. We're going to see a kid, game one, Aiden Phillips. He's their best on the mound, probably their best all-around player. He's very competitive in the box. He's going to Jacksonville University, has some upside to him. So we'll have a tall test in game one for sure, and then they've got a couple other good arms. So, if we, again, I think if we just control what we can control, I really like our opportunity here. I really do. We'll have to play very well, and, of course, we'll have to play in it'll be an intense environment, a hostile environment. They draw good fans over there. It's a one-school town pretty much, and you know how that is. So it'll be a great experience for our young guys, and we're looking forward to the challenge. And, it's exciting. I love the playoff time.
Doug, when you travel over there, to me, it'd be better to go there and stay. I mean, I'm just talking, giving my opinion. You go over there and stay, let them rest up instead of going back and forth on a bus. It's expensive either way. But how much, like a game like this, how much money are we talking? How much is just a ballpark figure?
Yeah, as soon as we got off the phone with the selection show, we just started putting together our itinerary and a budget, and we're looking at $9,000 to take our team over there and give us what we feel like our best shot to win. And you really want to be able to do that with our team, is just give them the best shot. So we are staying overnight. We're going in early the night before, and hoping to do a few special things with them. But it is costly, and it's just it's where we at, and we knew it was going to be that way when they went to 2 out of 3 series for sure.
Yeah, that's going to cost. It's going to be a lot of money for a lot of schools. What's the best way? We want to help out. I'm going to tell people, if they're over in Lynn Haven, driving that way, if you graduate from Mosley High School or just love baseball, you want to support all these different teams. You want to support these kids that have worked extremely hard, and the coaches. We want you to go by the school, give them a check, give it cash, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter how much it is. Just give it something, because it all adds up, and have it go to Mosley baseball. But you said there's another way you could do it?
Well, we do have a Venmo set up. We have Venmo, our boosters, and it's at Mosley-baseball or hyphen, at Mosley-baseball. And that's a Venmo. If people want to support us, we would be just thrilled to death and grateful for anything that people can help us with. But, man, it's been a great year. And, again, just appreciate all the Lynn Haven support we've always had over here at Mosley, not just in baseball, but all our sports. They've always been so good to Mosley High School.
No doubt about that. You got great boosters over there, no doubt about that. Man, how many did you think you'd get here this year? I mean, y'all were young. It's kind of like a rebuilding year. I thought it was going to be a really big rebuilding year, but you guys have played really well.
Well, and just to put it in perspective, I mean, on Thursday in the district championship, we started 5 sophomores and a freshman. And so, did I really, honestly, I don't know. I mean, you always don't want to ever tell your team that, but deep down inside you think, well, maybe we're a year away. But, I will say this, these guys, they play hard, and that's all we ever ask. And there's something to be said about competing fearless and playing hard and just letting the results play out however they play out. And that's kind of what we preached from day one, and they've accepted the challenge. They bought in, and I'm just glad to see them see some results from and fruit from their hard work. I think that's the most important, especially for the future, is that now they know and they can believe that, hey, we're just as good as anybody out there.
Doug, let me ask you this. Is this week, are all the state playoff games, no matter what classification you are they only the same days? Is everything the same days this week?
I think the lower classification is going Monday, Wednesday, and Monday, Tuesday, I think, in game 1 and 2, and I think we're Wednesday, Thursday. The higher classifications, we're Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. I think they're Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay.
And so it'll be interesting. I mean, I've been on the phone with quite a few Alabama and Georgia folks who've been through this 2 out of 3 situation, just talking pitching and all that with them, just kind of get a feel for how they've done things. We're kind of talking through some things on how we want to do it, and obviously we don't want to show our cards too early of what we may or may not do, but it will be interesting. I mean, it's something different that I've never been through as far as we didn't do this 23 years ago.
Yeah. Do you, I mean, we don't want you to say any names, but do you have a pretty good idea what you're going to do now, or are you going to wait and,
honestly, we have not made a solid decision. I think I've got a direction I'm kind of leaning towards. But again, I've got a few more phone calls I'm waiting and want to talk to a few more folks, and then we'll make a solid decision. It may be, we may not reveal it till when the lineup card goes to the umpires, honestly, but we'll see what happens.
All right, buddy. Well, they're going to call you Thursday, and we're going to do our very best to get some money up for you guys. Y'all guys deserve it. Great job. Keep it up, and good luck to you, and I hope you get those 2 wins.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for all y'all do.
Appreciate you, man. Doug Lee, head baseball coach, Mosley High School, state championship coach, and he's got them rolling again. And really, truly, we didn't I'll be honest, I didn't think they'd do it this year. All the young kids they had rebuilding, and they got it done. That shows you what they can do over there.
With no seniors.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
But if you can help out, to me, the easiest way, what do you say? I forgot what he called it. Govo, Vimbo, or something. Hell, I can't think of it. Anyway, I'll look it up. He texted me. But anyway, to me, the easiest way to do it, to go by the high school and say, here, this money, I want it to go to Mosley baseball. I want to help out with this trip. And we know we got a lot of great boosters, a lot of great fans over in Lynn Haven, so there's no excuse. Please go by. It can be $20, $5, $10, whatever you can do. And this is round one. This is going to be, they're going to cost a lot of money to put this on.
9,000?
Oh, yeah. I thought it'd be more than that, to be honest with you.
Whoa.
So please, if you can help out in any way, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, even be better, go by Mosley High School, get it to them. And if you heard what he said about that, I can't remember. I think I'm losing my mind. Do it. What's it called?
He said Venmo.
Venmo. Yeah. What the hell is a Venmo? I don't even know how to do that.
Now you know.
Yeah. So what do you just go on the computer and punch that in?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see Chad doing it right now. Good job, Chad.
Go, Chad, go.
Good, Chad. All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. We love all of them. They do a great job. John and Charlotte, get out to Miss Newbies. Have a wonderful time. Newbies Two on the Curve. Go watch all sporting events. Head down to the mothership. You're going to listen to the best bands around, especially on the weekends. Get down there and have one. We got 4 great locations. Pier Park. No, it's not Pier Park. St. Andrews. Man.
He's losing it, John.
I think somebody hit me in the head. Get out there, have a great time. One of the 4 Miss Newbies, okay? I'll get it right here in a minute. We got the legend sitting right beside me, Dr. Chad Mitchell. Chad, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
And I haven't even mentioned, and you've used them. You bought a brand new unit. Chad, Dr. Coach Bush also just went with Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are number one at what they do. They're incredible. If you have any time, if it breaks down during the night, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. They'll get there as soon as they can. They do an incredible work. Get it serviced about every 6 months, right before summer, right before winter. Your power bill will go down. The unit will last longer. But if you got an old one, get rid of it. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Go with locals. Steve's Bike Shop. Steve's Bike Shop. They've been servicing Bay County since 1979. 46 years, I think. That's incredible. They're located 1924 West 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. These electrical bikes are taking over the world. I see them everywhere. They got a huge selection. They can work on them. They sell them. They're incredible. Get out there to Steve's Bike Shop. He's a great man. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, available on all your devices.
Connected.
Hear your favorite sports talk hosts.
The Coach James Hale Show.
You're listening to Inside Drive live.
The afternoon underdog.
And your favorite teams.
Braves winning!
We're live on the app. Tune in, Alexa, ESPNPC.com, Facebook, YouTube, and in your car at 101.9 and 104.3. Wherever you go, there we are. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Monday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 79 and a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Slight fog and some clouds tonight, very little wind, and a temperature of 68. About the same tomorrow, around 78 with slight fog and some clouds. Slightly foggy and partly sunny Wednesday and very warm around 79. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, where the locals go for the best boiled seafood around. Crawfish, shrimp, red royals, and everything crabs. Watch almost every sporting event in the country on their huge outdoor jumbotron. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on weekly events, live music, and food and beer specials. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, your home away from home for sports, good times, and great food. The best boiled seafood. Lone Star Boil House and Sports Bar, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City. And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evenings 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! FSU update. We just mentioned them. Get out to Newbies. Don't forget the new in St. Andrews, beautiful blue facility over there. Go have a great time over there. But head on down to Newbies 2 on the Curve and have a great time right there on Thomas Drive. And then, when you're through there watching all the sporting events, you want to hear the best bands in the Southeast, you go on down to the Mothership. Get out, Newbies, have a great time. Love John and Charlotte. They're always giving back to the community. Make sure we support them. Wonderful people. And somebody else I want to support, his name is Ryan Mulvey. He's one of, oh man, love the guy. Love him to death. You know, he does the Inside Drive. Used to be with us for years. Then he started the Inside Drive, does a great job right here at 11 to 1. But we all know he's going some difficult times right now. We didn't get the news we wanted up in North Carolina. They got a GoFundMe. You just type in, search, and you go to Ryan Mulvey, his fight, and we'd ask you to give to that if you possibly can. We'd appreciate it. We've had a lot of people just come up and give me money, and I've given him some of it. Some of it I've kept.
Don't say that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because I'm about to give you some money.
Yeah, I told you, give me cash. I said, don't give me cash. I don't want cash. I don't want cash. Give me a check. I'm kidding like then somebody come up and say something. So I really give us a check, and we'll make sure Ryan
gets it. He does this all the time
it.
for our listeners. He says this mess.
Yeah. We got a box right out in front of by the door.
Right.
Yeah, you can put an envelope, put Ryan Mulvey's name on it, step it in that box, and Randy will make sure he gets it.
Yep.
And we'd ask you to make a check out to Ryan Mulvey if you can do that. The only problem when you go GoFundMe.com, they get a percentage of the money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. They do. So we're trying our best to help them out, and they definitely need to help some help with this. We certainly appreciate it. So please do, though. And anyone wants your yard look absolutely beautiful, Turpo Pest Control can make that happen. Patrick will be in here about 8:30 today. He does a great job.
He really does.
All right, Chad, what do you got for us today on Florida State?
Well, the first thing I thought we'd do, since we're always trying to do football, is talk about this FSU wide receiver, Jalen Brown, who got dismissed from the program. Now, I don't really understand, why he got dismissed, but this is a disappointment for a lot of FSU fans and probably for some of their coaches. I mean, this kid ran a 10-6, 100-yard dash. And so he was one of their fast wide receivers. Really, didn't play a lot last year, but, played some. But the problem is not just, Jalen Brown being dismissed and leaving the team and going into the transfer portal. You've had two other FSU wide receivers go into the transfer portal, Jordan Scott and Hakeem Williams. And so there's been a little bit of disorder in the wide receiver column as far as FSU goes, and just thought I'd bring that up since that seems to be the prevailing news right now in football. Other than that, we're out of the spring.
And we know
spring transfer portal's open. It's happening to all teams right now. Anyway, this is, FSU's no exception, but it seems to be, a wide receiver thing right now for them.
I was going to ask you too, Chad, what did you, when you started hearing what was going on with the shootings at FSU, I'm sure you might have been in surgery that day. I can't remember.
Well, my daughter lives in Tallahassee, and so she lives, on the south part of the circle, probably away, a good ways away from the campus. But nonetheless, I mean, that was my first thought. Where is she? What's she doing? When I heard about it, I text her. She was fine. And I got, believe it or not, I got some law enforcement friends that are over there, and we're actually part of it.
Wow.
I can't really say who. They don't want that kind of information out, but a good friend that was part of the SWAT team. That
Did they think it was 2 shooters? And when they first got there?
There was some confusion, and yes, they thought it was 2. And at one point, I heard there was 3. That's when I was texting my daughter. But yes, it was thought at one point it was 2. And then, obviously that's the fog of war, and they were able to hone it down and go, okay, it's one individual. And obviously they got him. But anyway, our hearts and prayers go out to the families and to all the people that were in fear for their lives too, and that weighs on people.
What's scary usually when some idiot, you see that somebody copies it, so that's even gets on you.
Yeah, and in this one, there's a lot of questions. This was a person that was part of a family of law enforcement, and then had been involved, I guess from a civilian standpoint with law enforcement, helping out. And so, it just makes you wonder, well, what's going through his head? You'll never know, I guess. But anyway, again, our prayers are for the victims and their families and that kind of thing. Obviously, a tragedy. Now, because of that, there's not a whole lot to report on baseball and softball because those games got canceled. So I thought what we'd do today is just kind of briefly talk about, okay, what's upcoming.
Okay.
And so Florida State ranked number 7 last week in baseball. Obviously, their games with Virginia were canceled. They've got Stetson coming up on Tuesday. And then they, on the weekend, they play number 17 Louisville for a series. And just to talk about the baseball team, they're 29-7 overall, 11-4 in the conference, and they have a winning streak of 4 right now. So they were hoping to improve that winning streak by playing Virginia, but obviously they got a pretty tough game, series this weekend with Louisville. And then moving on to the softball team, their games also were canceled. The games with Georgia Tech. But they have a weekend series this weekend also with Louisville. Both the baseball and softball teams are traveling to Louisville. And so the softball begins Friday, April 25th. And so that's their next game. The softball team's ranked number 3. They're 40-6 overall, 14-1 in the conference. Their record away since they're going to Louisville is 11-2. Anyway, and that's what we have for FSU today. Not a whole lot since the shootings canceled some scheduled events.
Yeah, man. Just pray for those families. Did you imagine? Anyway, I'm going to get off that. High-scoring college football teams when ranked number 1 in the AP poll. What team is number 2? We're just talking about them.
High-scoring?
As ranked number 1. And when you're ranked number 1 in the AP poll, what's some of the high scores? Florida State actually comes in at I believe it was number 2.
I was about to say.
Yeah, and this happened with 1995.
Yeah.
FSU 77. Let me say it again. 1995, they had a great football team. They scored 77 points on NC State. Unbelievable. That was a great team.
Yeah, no, they were a high-scoring team.
Not only in that team in 1995, I don't know if this has ever been done. In the same season, that team beat Duke 70-26.
Yeah.
So that was
if I remember right, Florida was a high-scoring team too back then with
Florida Gators in 1994 as an AP number 1 team. The Florida Gators scored 70, Murray State 21. But he also went into Georgia, Athens, Georgia, and scored more points than any team's ever scored in history on the Georgia Bulldogs. I think he had to go to 2 at one time, 2 points to get it. I can't remember. But I just remember at the time that was a big deal. Georgia people wanted to kill him. Yeah. And happy birthday to Coach Spurrier. He turned 80 yesterday. But that 95.
What was that score? Do you have that score of that Georgia game?
I want to say it was 58. It was bad. I can't remember. It was. They got him. They got him pretty good. And Coach Spurrier, he'd tell you he's going to do it, and he would do it. Coach Bowden, same way. Coach Bowden say, hey, that's just half of us. The other half's you guys.
Yeah, all I remember is, when I was at Evangel Christian Academy in Shreveport, covering their football games on the sideline, that he was recruiting Brock Berlin. And, of course, everybody had great things to say about Steve Spurrier. And his dad was kind of part of the recruitment, too. His dad was a pastor, I think.
Up in Tennessee.
Yeah. And so, anyway, Brock was he was a 5-star quarterback at the time, top-rated quarterback. And he was a pastor's kid, so it just naturally, he gravitated to Steve Spurrier's dad, who I heard had, free reign with the team, helping them, counsel them, that kind of thing. Anyway, it's just kind of an interesting story.
The legendary Steve Spurrier. And we also the legendary Bobby Bowden. That was when football was the best, when those two were going after each other. It was unbelievable. The games, just the person, everything. It just seemed like life was better when they were in charge. Anyway, all right, let's get back. Chad, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design, they build commercial, residential. They do an incredible job. Kyle's got the local 115. We were there Saturday, and we had a great time. But I'm telling you, if you want something built, I think Patrick's having something built by Kyle Vandy, the TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. But if you want a roof, go Vandy Roofing. They do a great job. Everything that guy touches turns to gold. Great family. Love the Vandergrift family. Wonderful people. They do an incredible job. Vandy Roofing, don't forget about them. And also Mosley High School. We have got to help out Mosley High School. They're going to take the trip. Everybody else is really like Bay's just going over to South Walton. Not a big deal. But they're going to have to spend, Mosley going to have to spend a night over there, probably a couple nights, this new series. And we got a 3-game series, so you got at least 2 games to be played. And they're on the road, which is difficult. So we need to help them out. So if you're over in Lynn Haven, you can go by the school, give them a check to Mosley Baseball, just make sure the money gets to Mosley Baseball, and they'll make sure it does. Please do so. They need your support. It's going to cost about $9,000. So if you can help out in any way, we certainly appreciate it. And Chad, what's it called again? They can go on
For Mosley, Venmo. Yeah.
Venmo. Yeah, they can go on there and do that also. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Braves are back.
Here comes the throw. It's late. Braves win.
And ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for Braves country.
He just wrecked that thing. Straight away center, a homer for Riley.
Sales, Strider, Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Profar, and Coach Snitker lead a stellar lineup. Listen live nights and weekends on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Monday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 79 and a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Slight fog and some clouds tonight, very little wind, and a temperature of 68. About the same tomorrow, around 78 with slight fog and some clouds. Slightly foggy and partly sunny Wednesday and very warm around 79. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Bestway Portable Buildings has been your portable building specialist since 1989. Before you invest your hard-earned money someplace else, owner Jason Mulder invites you to stop by Bestway and get a quote on just about any size building. And whether you buy with Bestway or not, it's worth the trip just to meet Bestway Buddy. Say hello, buddy. Good boy. Bestway Portable Buildings, just north of Harts Marine on 231, and online at bestwayportablebuildings.com. The best in portable buildings. Tell them Buddy sent ya.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
And that's out of the ballpark.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
MLB is incoming, and you won't miss a game. Introducing Scorpion TV. Over 5,000 live streaming channels. Catch every game of the season with over 100 sports networks, including ESPN, ESPN Plus, the NFL Network, and Red Zone. Even pay-per-view events. Watch 400 local network channels from Panama City and most major markets. Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. Just $45 a month with our promo code ESPNNW. Go to ESPNPC.com and click the Scorpion TV logo.
Now back to the most dangerous radio show in the Gulf Coast. Coach James Hale. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even check his eggs at the grocery store.
Danger's my middle name.
I'm bad to the bone, honey.
2 tickets to the gun show.
We're live from the J. Michael Studio on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Update is brought to you by the legendary Stevenson Air Conditioners. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Get it serviced right before the heat is coming, baby. It's going to be a hot summer. Make sure you get it serviced right before the summer and right before winter. It's going to save you money. It's going to make the unit last longer. But they're the most honest, hardworking people, local people. Let's make sure we go with local, not national. Take care of local people. They're family-owned. They do. The service is unbelievable. You can't say enough good things about Stevenson Air Conditioning. All right, Alabama update. Let's jump into baseball real quick. Man, I don't know about this. We knew it was going to be tough. LSU was ranked, anywhere from 9th. Different rankings for LSU. They've been ranked really high. But the latest, I think, just on average, have been ranked 9th in the country in baseball. Alabama baseball, 9-9 in the SEC, 31-10 overall. They're 20-6 at home. They're actually 7-4 on the road and 4-0 neutral sites. On Thursday, everybody played Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because we had Easter Sunday. Here's what happened for Alabama, ranked number 15th in the country. Alabama 6 on Thursday, and number 9 ranked LSU 11. They met again on Friday. Number 15 ranked Alabama 3. Number 9th ranked LSU 4. So LSU wins the series. Now, something positive did happen on Saturday. 15th ranked Alabama 7, 9th ranked LSU 4. We did get one win over the LSU Fighting Tigers, but they take it. Now, Tuesday, 6 o'clock, Alabama will play Samford. Should get a win there. Should be a win, shouldn't be a problem. Then I really believe they're going to get 4 in a row. They're going to win Tuesday. Then they play Thursday, April 24th at 7 o'clock, Alabama versus Missouri. I don't think Missouri has won a baseball game in the SEC yet this year. Friday, the 25th, 6 o'clock, Alabama, Missouri. They finish it up on Saturday, the 26th, 1 o'clock, Alabama versus Missouri. So this could get them up to 35 wins. This could help their confidence. I think they will get 4. I really do think they'll get 4 wins right there, which is good. Now, softball, Alabama softball record, they're actually 8-10 in the SEC. That's totally different than they usually are. Now, overall records, 31-18. At home, Alabama softball girls have won 19 games, lost 7. On the road, they've won 6 and they've lost 7. Neutral sites are 6-4. Alabama Thursday. Again, everybody played Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because of Easter. They played the powerhouse Florida Gators. 17th ranked Alabama 7. Number 7th ranked Florida 4. So there you go. They got a win. You're feeling pretty good. Not so fast. The next day, Alabama got spanked on Friday. Alabama 4, 7th ranked Florida Gators 12. And then to see who wins this little series here, Alabama gets beat 3-4. And there was some people upset, maybe some coaching calling on that one or whatever. Bama could have won that one, but they didn't. Florida did it. They got the job done at home. Florida Gators 4, Alabama 3. Tuesday, April 22nd, 5 o'clock tomorrow, Alabama will play Alabama State. I think Alabama's got a really good shot of winning that one. And then Friday, April 25th, 6 o'clock, Missouri. Alabama, Missouri softball. They play Saturday at 2 o'clock, Alabama, Missouri. And then on Sunday, Alabama, Missouri will play at 2 o'clock again. So Bama should have a pretty good week, I would think, this week. Not sure how the Missouri series will go. All right. What did you hear about the legendary Lee Corso is retiring?
Yeah, I did hear that last week.
Love that man. Love him to death. This is the most worn mascot headgear Where do you think Bama comes in at?
Well, he didn't like Bama very much, so maybe third.
Good selection. Pretty good. All right. The headgear that Lee put on the most was the Ohio State Buckeyes, number 1. 45 times he picked the Buckeyes to win. Number 2 was the Alabama Crimson Tide. He picked Alabama 38 times.
Well, there's a lot of times where he didn't pick.
Yeah. Well, it kind of tells you Alabama and Ohio State dominated college game day. They're on there quite a bit. Who was number 3 out of the SEC? You got to remember this whole time he was there.
LSU?
You're right. LSU Fighting Tigers, 25 times he put on the headgear. Who was number 4 out of the SEC?
Number 4. It had to be Georgia. Wow.
We talked about them all morning. The legend.
Florida?
The Florida game. Yeah,
really?
Spurrier,
Okay.
man. Heck, Spurrier dominated.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think that far back. That's right.
Florida with 22 times coming at number 4. Who was number 5? Number 5.
Georgia.
Number 5. You got to tell me. Here's the key.
Oklahoma.
It's his career.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
You're thinking recently.
Oklahoma. Florida State. He loves doing this. You sound like an Oregon Duck.
There you go. Oregon comes in at number 5 with 21. Who's number 6? You just said them. Who's number 6?
FSU?
Yes. Florida State, 19 times. He loved Florida State.
I love this random guessing I'm doing over here.
Number 7. You mentioned the school. Number 7. You already mentioned them.
Oh, gosh. Well, why don't you just count it then?
Big name, because you did it in wrong order. Number 7.
Big name that I've already mentioned. Georgia. See?
Who is it?
Oh, who else did I mention?
Booner.
Tennessee. Oh, Oklahoma. I knew Oklahoma would be in there somewhere.
With 18. And this is interesting. They're tied with somebody else they don't like at 18. Who is that other
That Oklahoma
school?
doesn't like?
Yeah.
Nebraska?
They even hate him worse than that. They hate him worse. They hate him worse than that.
That Oklahoma hates. Oklahoma State? But that wouldn't
hit
be
the
on
button. Texas.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Them and Texas tied at 7th.
I didn't think
18.
of Texas for some reason.
Now,
I don't know why.
One other school has 17. Who is the school? It's a blue blood. They're not very good right now, but it's a blue blood. They
It
just
must be
changed
Nebraska.
They just changed conference. Hit the button. USC Trojans.
Oh, well, they're not any good either, yeah.
So you got,
and what did I tell you about Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
you did say don't believe it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Like 5, 6, 7 years.
You did.
I've been telling you about Lincoln Riley.
There's a couple things you've hit. A couple times you knocked out of the ballpark.
Sometimes.
So, Lee, the number 1
Slam.
headgear Lee has put on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 2 is Alabama. Number 3, LSU. Florida, Oregon, FSU, Oklahoma, Texas were tied, and USC. Unbelievable. How much time I got? Got to go? All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding people. Turpro Pest Control, you want that yard to look absolutely gorgeous. Hey, you got bugs actually coming in your house? Call Patrick. Turpro Pest Control, they'll come out, they'll put up a game plan, they'll execute it. It will look absolutely beautiful. They do a great job. I asked you a minute ago if you want new roofing. It's Vandy Roofing. They do unbelievable work. The local 115 downtown historical. Now, they're open Wednesday through Sunday. We went down there Saturday, went to the market, took Lorelei, had a great time. My brother-in-law and sister met us down there. They were in town from Mississippi. We had a great time. They had the crab cake. All 3 of them had crab cakes. I had the gumbo. It was incredible. Lorelei had the kids' pizza. Really good. Go check it out. You'll love it. I don't think the kids eat. I don't think they charge me for it.
And a salad bar.
They know.
No salad bar no more?
No more. Salad bars, bye-bye.
Decided to make some elbow room in there for the crowd.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there. The local 115. Now, if you want one of these electrical bikes, everybody's going absolutely crazy over, and you should.
And a regular bike is good for that low-impact exercise.
It's awesome.
Those are great.
It's awesome.
Those are great.
And the electrical bike is cool. That things are fast, too. Now, they got brand new ones down there. You go get. Got a huge selection of both types of bikes right there at Steve's Bike Shop. He's been serving Bay County since 1979. The guy is incredible. You know, he's also a youth swim coach does a great job. He's been here several times. We got to get him back in here. But the guy does a great job. You want your bike worked on. Hey, you got flat tires like you go buy these cheap bikes, you're going to get flat tires. I'm telling you that now.
They
got great bikes. They got great bikes. They got great tires.
Accessories.
Everything. Steve's bike shop. Did I say bait?
Yeah.
Steve, you see, I'd listen to you. You screwed me up. Steve Bike Shop. 1924 South 23rd Street, right across from Sam's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
From ESPN Northwest Florida has up-to-the-minute sports news, interaction with local hosts in real time, easy download and no credit check, live streaming, real-time traffic and programming schedules.
Here's how to order.
Download our free app from the Apple Store and Google Play. Then lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Monday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 79 and a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Slight fog and some clouds tonight, very little wind, and a temperature of 68. About the same tomorrow, around 78 with slight fog and some clouds. Slightly foggy and partly sunny Wednesday and very warm around 79. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
It's David Hayes from ESPN Northwest Florida. If you've been in an accident, here's something I tell people all the time. Right after you call your insurance, call Jed Lawyers. They know how to jump in early, deal with the adjusters, and protect you from the start. You don't pay a thing unless they win. And yeah, they're right here downtown. Call 850-852-0000 or go to jedwins.com.
That boot store can help you dress in style, from casual Western wear for a night out with family and friends to a special meeting that requires a fashion touch with Western flair. From boots to hats, belts to shirts to jeans and a lot more for the smallest of the largest in name brand Western attire, including Carhartt work clothes. Shop that boot store for the whole family. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City, where God is good all the time.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha, Kenny, James, Jenna. Hey, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Have a great meal. You know, Pat Purnell owns it. You know he does a great job. The city commissioner over there is incredible. His restaurant, same thing. Number one, not even close. If you're in Lynn Haven, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. They always got the 10 for 10 going. They got all kinds of specials going on all the time, but Wednesday is a really big day for them. Great TVs everywhere. You can watch all sporting events. Have a wonderful time. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Tell Pat I said hello. All right, let's talk about the Auburn Tigers. Let's start off with baseball. Auburn in the SEC is 9-9. Their overall record is now up to 27 wins, 13 losses. At home, Auburn's
moving up.
Yeah, at home they're 18-5. On the road, they've won 4 games. They struggle a little bit on the road like everybody does. They're 4-8 on the road. Their schedule's been pretty brutal also. Neutral sites, Auburn is 5-0. Their ranking is, they've moved up quietly. Now, the problem was they went against the number 1 team in the country this past series. Number 8, Auburn 2. Number 1, Texas 3. So they gave them all they could give them. Now, the next game was played on Friday. Number 8, Auburn 3. Number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns 8. And then Friday, Texas sweeps the Auburn Tigers. They put it on the Auburn War Eagles. Number 1 team in the country, Texas 4, Auburn 2. I mean, I kind of thought that would happen. I was hoping Auburn would get 1 win. But I've watched Texas.
They're really good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They are. You know where he came from? The coach came from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He's a great one. Now, Auburn, it didn't get much. They're going to play Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is competitive, no doubt about that. That game we play Tuesday tomorrow. at 7 o'clock, Auburn versus Georgia Tech. And then they got a 3-game series with Brian Haddad's Mississippi State Bulldogs. Friday, the game will be at 6 o'clock, Auburn versus Mississippi State. Saturday game also will be at 6 o'clock, Auburn, Mississippi State. And then Sunday, the 27th, 2 o'clock, first pitch, Auburn, Mississippi State. Mississippi State, they're still very competitive. They've got a really good ball club. It's just the SEC so tough, man. I mean, it's hard to have a great record in the SEC when everybody, you can get beat anytime you walk on the field. It's really good. Best baseball in all of college baseball is in the SEC. All right, let's go over to softball. How's Auburn doing in softball? Not so well in the SEC. Auburn is 4-17 overall in the SEC. Their overall record, they got 27 wins, they got 20 losses. At home, they're pretty good. They've won 15, they've lost 8. On the road, not much so. They've only won 3 games on the road this year. They've lost 11. At a neutral site, Auburn is 9-1. Thursday, Auburn 2. Number 2 ranked Tennessee 4. And then on Friday, Auburn scored 4. Number 2 ranked Tennessee 6. And then the final game Saturday, was Auburn 1, second ranked Tennessee 4. So Tennessee sweeps them. Now, Wednesday, 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus, the first pitch, Auburn versus South Alabama. You would think that Auburn could probably handle that, not much trouble. Who knows? Now, they got a 3-game series, starts on Friday. Auburn, South Carolina, the first pitch is at 5. Saturday's game, South Carolina versus Auburn, first pitch is at 2. And then Sunday they finish up at 1 o'clock, first pitch. Now, let me get a little drink of water right here. My mouth is getting a little dry.
When's the SEC tournament start?
I'm not sure. All right, Auburn did not like this. But then again, after I read the article, I kind of get it. This kid was a stud coming out of high school. Taylor Scott, he's going to transfer. He's going to transfer out. Auburn's cornerback depth is going to go a little bit thinner, but don't freak out. I think they're pretty good there. He's a redshirt freshman. Okay, Scott will transfer out of Auburn. He was injured past year, so Chad, I don't care what position you play, when you tear a knee up or something like that, it's hard to come over it. It's better now than it's ever been for us getting back. In the old days, you tear a knee up, it was kind of like you weren't going to be the same. Back when we played, it was a big deal. But this guy was a former 4-star. He came out of the great state of Georgia. He missed the 24th season after suffering a knee injury. He did that last summer. So I kind of think he had a hard time getting on the field. This is my opinion. I don't know anything for 100% fact. But coming off the injury, you miss out all the reps, and he's trying to win that position. I think he saw that he's not going to play much. I could be completely wrong, but this is what I think. Now, they also lost C.J. Hart. He's transferring. So Auburn definitely is thinner in the cornerback position anyway. They said the word on Hart. He's going to wind up at a Big 12 school. Sources are telling on 3, so I don't know. When's the last time Auburn won a national championship?
In baseball?
No, in football.
Oh, in football.
You should know this.
2010.
Thank you. Who did they beat?
Oregon.
I knew. I saw that look in your face. Oregon. Good job.
They beat Alabama. I know that. I mean,
the comeback, one of the greatest.
I know. Like, oh man, should have never happened.
All right, here's the question, and you don't answer first. I'm gonna see if Chad gets it. Chad, did Auburn win the national championship beating Oregon? Was it on a long pass from Cam Newton, or was it a long run Cam Newton made, or was it a field goal? All 3 on the last play of the game. Which one was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, my God. Come on. Yes. Play the game.
Cam Newton run.
Got 2 more.
It's going to be wrong.
2 more.
Cam Newton pass. Field goal. I don't remember that game. I watched it.
Hey, this was incredible. That field goal, the tiny little state of Alabama had won 3 in a row. I actually think they won 4 national championships in a row. It was incredible. 2009, Alabama beats Texas for the national championship. 2010, Auburn beats Oregon for the national championship. 2011, who did Alabama beat? I can't remember.
Gosh, I have to
They win the
look it
national.
up.
I think it was Notre Dame.
Yeah, either that 12 or 11.
It
they
probably
did.
was Notre Dame.
So
Yeah.
the state of Alabama, a little bitty state like that, won 4 in a row, and then Florida State beat Auburn. It could have kept it rolling. It was incredible. I think it was 4 in a row. It might have been 3. I think it was 4. That's incredible. State like that for both those schools to dominate like they did. Now the last 5 national championship, Chad Mitchell. Let's see how smart you are. I know you're highly intelligent. Who was the?
He's sitting there with all the answers.
Who was the? I don't need a cheat sheet. I know them. 2024, this past season, who was the national champ?
Ohio State.
The year before, out of the Big Ten, who was the national champ? 2023.
Gosh, I got to think about it.
They
a minute.
beat Alabama. They beat Alabama in overtime. Their coach is now in the NFL.
The pressure's on.
Michigan Eddie loves
That's right, it's
them.
Michigan.
Thank you.
That's right, it was Michigan.
Okay, you got one.
Let's see, but see, I blocked Michigan.
We got to
out of
go
my
quick.
mind.
We got to go
They're
quick.
cheaters.
All right. 2022. Who won the national championship? They're out of the SEC.
The Bulldogs.
Mississippi State or Georgia?
The Georgia Bulldogs. Of course, it's
all right.
the Georgia
Good job.
Bulldogs.
So you got 3 in a row. You're doing good.
I'm not doing very good.
You don't have to use
I
a
got last
lifeline.
year's.
You don't have to use a lifeline over here, Patrick.
Thank you,
All right.
Patrick.
2021. Who was the national champs?
2021. I don't remember. I have to look it up.
I'm giving you the
He's
biggest
giving
sign.
you the hit right there.
I don't know that I'm getting it.
Who was it, Wildcat? Who was it?
I don't know what was going on in there.
Back to back.
Oh, yes, Georgia.
Bulldogs.
That's right.
2020, Dr. Chad Mitchell. Who was the national champs?
Crap.
Crap, you're right. Good job. Crap, Alabama. Crap on Alabama. No, Alabama did.
Yeah,
Nick Saban's last national
Last
championship.
national championship.
So out of the last 5, we've won 3. Big Ten's won 2, but the last 2 is scary because the Big Ten is dominated.
Yeah.
But let me go further on this. Auburn's won the last 50 years. All right, last 50 years. You know how many
And just for the record, I have more important things to remember.
There's nothing more important than college
The
football.
trivial.
Come on. All right.
List of
SEC,
things.
how many
Like putting you
games
on the spot.
He
out of
loves
50
it, yeah.
national championships in the last 50 years, how many has the SEC won?
I think it's 27.
I wish it was.
20?
Correct. Good job. 20. Think about that. Now, if you add Texas and Oklahoma, thank you very much. If you add Texas and Oklahoma, it jumps up to 24. So we could actually claim 24, which is almost half.
Maybe it's that they played.
Listen to this.
Yeah. We got to remember that Big Ten had a run, Pac-12 with USC had a run, Nebraska when they were the Big 8, Big 12, and all that stuff. So it's 50 years is a long time. That's pretty hard to come. I was going to ask you to name all 50 of them, but I don't think I will. I think I'd be wasting my time. Anyway, Patrick, how you doing, man? Did you have a great Easter Sunday?
Yes, we celebrated the reason.
Good. What did you all go to early service, or what'd you do?
We went to the 9:30 at Highland Park, and it was the most packed I think it's ever been.
Yeah, that was awesome. I need to get there every Sunday. I can make Easter. Sometimes I don't do that well the Sunday after. Chad, you're pretty good about going.
About going where?
Church.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
As often as I can.
I got some more trivia questions for you, but I don't think you want me to do it. I can tell
You're
you
out
don't
of
want
time.
to jump in it.
You're
All
out
right,
of
let's jump.
time.
He loves doing this.
All right, Pat, let's talk about your great business. I want my yard to look beautiful. I went with Turf Pro Pest Control. So could you. But I didn't realize you also do something else. Tell me what else your company does.
Yeah, we do household pest control. We start from the outside, go inside when needed. Most people don't have a bug problem inside, but they do come from the outside. They can get in your walls. It's a great way to prevent something. You don't want to. You don't want to be having one of those springtime or summer parties, and all of a sudden somebody see a bunch of ants or
Those
bugs
fire
crawling
ants
through.
are on the move, are they not?
And really, it's embarrassing.
They're even in here.
I went over to Wildcat, sit on the couch, and we were having a Diet Coke and watching a game, and I looked at my arm, and there's nothing but red ants all over it. I went to the little black ones as red ants. I think they were actually termites before they turned. I really
trying to get to your brain.
Yeah. So could you please go to Wildcat? Could you go to Wildcat's house and maybe get that sprayed for him? I'll pay for it.
Hey, we can take care of that easily.
Yeah. What was it? Was it fire ants or was it?
It was termites.
Termites. I think they were termites. I thought that dang couch was going to break. It kept creaking, and anyway. No, we had a great time. It wasn't that bad. Just roaches. A lot of roaches. No, anyway. No, Pat, I tell you what, Pat does a great job. Your yard will look beautiful, and I see this truck throughout Bay Point always. They do a wonderful job.
Blue and yellow trucks.
Yes,
make
sir.
Your lawn green.
Hey, we talk about being over Beef O'Brady's and everything, having a great time in Lynn Haven. We always talk about that. But we got to go see Rust and Amber. If you want to get a gift, ring, jewelry, any type of jewelry, or you want to clean, and they do a great job. They're wonderful people. I love them. They're great people. But that's the number one thing. They're wonderful people. But get down there. They work extremely hard. They'll get something for you. They'll deal with you. Tell us where it's at.
They are on 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven, and you're correct. They will do a free jewelry cleaning for you and check it out, make sure all your stones are secure, those precious stones. And if you're going to get married on our beautiful beaches, they can design and make a beautiful, one-of-a-kind engagement ring for that one-of-a-kind woman you want to give it to, and they can do it in 10 days, and they can do it for less than anybody. David Adamson Designer Jewelry, Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
Do they do buy one, get one free? Because some guys have two special women like that.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not one of them. I'm just saying there are some.
You're talking about your mother for Mother's Day.
Thank you very much. Your daughter, your granddaughters, your granddaughter. Come on, John. Unbelievable.
Get your mind out of that gutter, Doc.
Hey, if it doesn't look right, feel right, don't put it off. Go see Dr. Ward. 5 minutes can save your life. And this stuff can be deadly. Melanoma can... Go see Dr. Ward. Their offices throughout the Panhandle of Florida. Listen to them every Wednesday, 7:30 right here on ESPN in Northwest Florida. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. David's got 2 great locations now. Right across the street from Navy Base, and he's got one on Front Beach Road. The best happy hour out there. You buy one, get one free. We're talking about small draft beer, margaritas. Get out there and have a great time. Great place to have a birthday party, and don't forget Thursday, right across the street from the Navy Base, karaoke. People can sing like you would not believe. They love going on Thursdays. And the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, the coldest beer. Go see J. Michael's. Go have a great time. Join us every Wednesday as we have that real famous spaghetti, the legendary J. Michael's. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey, Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Introducing Southern Breeze Primary Care. With 45 years of experience, owners Holly Gay and Lisa King bring warm, friendly care, Southern charm, and a family vibe. They are the pros in youth sports, physicals, general health care, Bio-T hormone replacement therapy, certified DOT exams, and Coast Guard physicals. Southern Breeze, 107 West 19th Street, Suite B, 850-248-8002. Walk-ins are welcome and insurance is accepted but not required. Southern Breeze offers breezy solutions for your health care needs.
Beach Pizza, formerly Marcy's Pizza, is back with more hours and more pizza. Beach Pizza has new owners and now open every day, 11 to 11. Pizza by the slice, whole pies, wings, pretzels, garlic knots, and more choice eats in East BCB. I finally tried a slice, and it was a thin crust, totes, cheesy slice of paradise. 8815 B Thomas Drive. Online at beachpizzapcb.com. Call ahead, 850-775-4053.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Chad Mitchell, what's going on with the Florida Gators?
Well, first I thought we'd talk about a little bit about DJ Lagway, and know, nobody knows what his shoulder injury is. I did a little research on that the past couple of weeks, just trying to see what's going on. It must be like a small labral tear or maybe a slap tear, something like that, and they're worried about if they operate on him, he's not going to be ready to go for the season, and it's something that you can actually play with if they rehab him. To me, that's where this seems like it's going. Otherwise, I mean, he might just have some.
Now, on those sites, everybody, and it might be Georgia people doing it. Somebody said it was. Maybe they were kidding, but he's not even going to play next year. They're not back.
And I doubt that very seriously. I mean, even if he had shoulder surgery, he wouldn't be back 100%. But he
talk about it. If it was his shoulder, they did the operation now. What, 3 months and I can't throw?
Well, so it's a little controversial because a lot of docs think a little bit different about it. There's a wide range of that, but in general, it takes anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks to heal it. Okay, that's the way to think about it. And it depends on what's in his shoulder, right? Which we don't really know.
And it depends on if they use Robot MD, right?
If Chad did it, he'd be back in 3 days.
Right. No. So, like, typically, so let's say he has a labral tear or a slap tear. You want that to heal. Well, it's sort of healed by 6 weeks, not fully healed. And so some people will wait and not let them really throw for 3 months. Others might get them to doing a little bit of activity. Obviously, there's different therapy activities. You'd start at like 4 weeks, 8 weeks. You'd start doing a little bit more. But let's just face it, he wouldn't be ready at 3 months. So if you start doing your math right now, all right, that puts him. He's not quite ready after the end of July, going into August. And then you figure he's got a month or two to kind of really get back up to speed. He's going to be behind, so he's going to miss the first part of the season. And I think that's part of why they're having the discussions like they're having, and there's a little bit of controversy about it.
I think they've talked to him. I think he decided, I don't want to have the surgery unless I absolutely have to.
Right.
Let's do the rehab.
Yep.
And really, that's rolling dice.
Yep.
I mean, to be honest,
it is. But, on the other hand, they can give him an injection here and there and possibly get him through if that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And if it's a little minor tear, something that's not big. Now, they're saying that he probably did this in high school, had this injury in high school, and he's just been putting up with it. So if that's the case and they can get him back to baseline and he can compete with it and it's bothering him, I mean, the end goal would be to get him through the season and then operate on him right at the end of the season.
In the spring game, all he did is hand the ball off.
So I have a question. And I don't know this. I'm going to get a doctor's perspective. Let's say that injury did occur in high school. Is there any type of callousing problems that could be occurring with him not having it surgically repaired from then to now that would prevent a surgery or prolong a recovery if he goes and has surgery? Like they have to rebuild it now because of scarring tissue?
Not necessarily. I mean, if he's been able to compete with it, my guess is it's a small labral tear. He's having a little bit of impingement symptoms, and he's been able to rehab it or strengthen it, and then he's going back to throwing. So if you think, okay, well, he had this injury in high school and he's been competing with this, then it's been a minor injury. It's not going to be something that is getting worse and worse and worse as far as like an arthritic condition or something like that. The labral tear might be a little worse, depending on injury, that kind of thing. But I think it's a minor injury. I think that's why they're considering, having him continue to throw. Plus, they're asking him, and he probably doesn't want to go through a surgery, and probably, and you've got to trust him as well. How does it feel to you? If you think you can keep doing what you're doing, hey, go right ahead. And I'll tell you, an important game, they can put an injection in there and he can keep going.
Hey, speaking from experience, sometimes you don't know how bad you feel till you feel good.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
We shall see. That's scary.
But you see the timing, and that's something that we take into account with every athlete when we're dealing with them. What's the timing of the next season? Is this a good time to, pull the trigger and operate on something, or is this a minor injury that we might be able to get them through the season and get them on the backside of the season? Problem in high school, which is, a lot of the athletes I deal with, they're playing more than one sport.
All right.
And so, it causes problems with other seasons. But anyway, we hope the best for DJ Lagway, and hope that he gets back. Have we got time?
We got time. We'll make time for you.
Let's do a little bit of baseball and softball. So, Florida wins in baseball 2 of 3 against Mississippi State, and it looks like they won. Let's see, was that Friday? Yeah, Friday 13-3. Then Saturday 11-8, and then they lost on Sunday 14-8. Their next game up is Georgia Southern, and then after that they're playing number 2 Arkansas for the weekend. So that'll be a challenge for the Florida Gators.
Absolutely.
So moving on to softball. The number 8 softball team wins 2 of 3 at home versus number 19 Bama. I think you already covered that. And then they've got South Florida that they're playing next, and then they've got LSU, who's ranked number 10, this weekend for a series. So anyway, that is the Florida Gators baseball and softball.
Florida Gators, they have the SEC teams for the most needs for college football teams in 2025 going forward. I don't know if I agree with this, not after watching Florida spring game. I thought the receivers looked good. I guess they need depth there. I don't know, but that's what the experts say is wide receivers. Alabama, they say they got to find a tight end. They need to go get another tight end. Arkansas is a safety. Auburn, and they did do it. Auburn just got, I think I got this, I'll maybe go over it tomorrow if I have time. Auburn did go find a linebacker. They got a transfer linebacker coming in. Hugh Freeze and staff were talking about that. Do we go after another quarterback, a big defensive lineman, or a linebacker? They just got a linebacker. We'll watch closely, see what they do the rest of the time. Again, Florida Gators, wide receiver. Georgia Bulldogs, they need a running back. Kentucky needs another safety. LSU, DBs. I don't know if that's cornerback or safety. It said DB. Mississippi State, offensive lineman. Missouri, a wide receiver. Oklahoma, receiver. Ole Miss, a safety. South Carolina, they need another receiver. Tennessee, a quarterback. I think we all know that. Texas, a tight end. Texas A&M, wide receiver. And Vandy, wide receivers. I want to say happy birthday to Dr. Ward. Happy birthday to the legendary Dr. Ward. You'll listen to him Wednesday right here on ESPN. I want to ask you before we get out of this break, did you have anything, did you know anything was going on in Tallahassee? Did you get any information when all that's going on? Did you talk to any players or anything?
No. I had a couple friends that their kids were over there that we were talking to, but.
They were all safe?
Yes.
Yeah, that was tragic, man, tragic. All right, I want to get you and Chad's opinion on something. If you would do this for me. And you're not wrong, Chad. It's easy.
I'm always wrong on this show.
Name me the top 3 all-time sports movie. Your opinion. You can't be wrong. Give me your top 3 all-time sports movie.
It's got to be Rocky.
I would definitely have Rocky. Matter of fact, the experts say you're right. Number 1 is Rocky. You did good. What would you be number 2 for you? number one was Rocky by the experts. But you're not wrong.
Rudy?
It's just an opinion. Rudy.
Yeah, I was torn between Rudy and Tin Cup is number 2.
Those are good. Those are all good.
And then I would have to go 4 because then you have Bull Durham.
Yeah. I forgot about Bull Durham.
What y'all didn't even mention to me, my number one would tie really with Rocky would be Remember the Titans.
Oh, yeah, no.
That was a great movie.
What about We Are Marshall?
That would be a great one. I didn't even think about that one.
But, that was the first time I realized that Bobby Bowden was the coach of West Virginia.
Yeah.
And was the one that gave the favor to the coach after the Marshall team died on the plane crash. And he said, come on in. You can look at all our film, look at our plays. We'll teach you how to run the wishbone.
Bobby Bowden
That's Bobby Bowden.
He offered Saban a job after his daddy died. Do you know that?
Well,
Yeah. We got a caller.
He had an impact. You didn't realize.
I'm not going to. Till you tell me what your 3 favorite sports movie are, I'm not going to do anything.
3 favorite songs. I have to think about that because there's a lot of good ones out there.
Just give me one then. We said Rocky was our number 1.
Oh,
I got to tie with Remember the Titans, but there's a lot. He mentioned some good ones. What do you think?
There's one, I can't remember the name of it. It's not really a sports movie because it's about college bands. And I just happened to watch it.
I think you can actually
watch it by accident, but it was really good.
Sports movies, I think you can break down by categories with boxing, baseball, football. There's not a whole lot of basketball.
College and yeah.
What about Coach Carter?
That was a great one.
Yeah.
Air.
You're a basketball guy. What about $1 Million Baby with Clint Eastwood?
What about that one that was on HBO with The Rock in it, and it was a series? Those were good.
Oh yeah,
those were good.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that. That one the average fan can't watch. I think it was
that's true because they were a little bit R-rated.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Oh, my God, we got so many. It's absolutely unbelievable. We love all you guys. Max Food Sports Nutrition, newbies. Got one of the 4 newbies. Have a great time. Dr. Ward, happy birthday. The legendary Chad Mitchell, one of the first trained in this robotic surgery. Get on the field quicker. If you get any type of injury, go see Chad Mitchell. Guy's incredible. Stevenson Air Condition. And also, right here beside us, Patrick, what's the best way to get up with you?
Call us on our local number, 890-5820. Or look us up on Facebook at TurfProPC or go to our website, turfpropc.com.
We shall return. 104.3 ESPN Northwest.
Do you suffer from political talk radio fatigue?
You know that under the 49% rate,
Tune into the most fun and exciting new radio show on the Gulf Coast. It's The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. From the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. Middays 11 to 1 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Monday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 79 and a wind 8 to 12 miles per hour. Slight fog and some clouds tonight, very little wind, and a temperature of 68. About the same tomorrow, around 78 with slight fog and some clouds. Slightly foggy and partly sunny Wednesday and very warm around 79. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hewitt Tire and Auto. Call 850-769-7323. Your certified AAA service center and hometown towing. Visit them online at HewittTire.com. On Airport Road in Panama City. 850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Need a tow? Call Billy at Hometown Towing, 850-265-1562.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show,
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but
but
just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
world. And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Dr. Chad Mitchell, the legendary Chad Mitchell in here. And Patrick Turpo Pest Control, he's sitting here with us right now. And the man, the myth, the one and only Wildcat. All right. Go over that top 20 list, and explain to them how they got on that list.
All right, so this is someone's top 20 list of greatest sports movies of all times, and it was based on awards and nominations, their popularity, and true greatness from a directing, writing standpoint. So there is some, subjective bias, if you will, in this. Number one was Hoosiers. Number two, Rocky. Number three, Field of Dreams. We didn't even mention Field of Dreams.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Number four, Raging Bull. Number five, $1 Million Baby, you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Number six, The Fighter. Number seven, Cinderella Man. Number eight.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Number eight, Bull Durham. We mentioned that one.
Yeah.
Number nine, The Blind Side.
Wow,
we
that was
didn't
good.
mention that one either, right?
Yeah. That's all based off money. Go ahead, keep going.
Sure. Number 10, The Natural.
Okay.
Number 11, Rudy. Number 12, Remember the Titans. Number
That was
13,
good.
Seabiscuit.
That was a great movie.
Number 14, Invictus. Number
What?
15,
Whoa, go back.
Invictus.
I never saw that. Anybody see that? I don't know. Go ahead.
Anyway, number 15, Glory Road. Number 16, Breaking Away. Number 17, Miracle. Number 18, Friday Night Lights. Number 19, A League of Their Own. And number 20, The Karate Kid.
Karate Kid. They left out the two best ever. The program, which showed the steroid use, it was an older movie. The guy that played in Godfather was the coach. I forgot his name. And then the greatest movie ever,
Tin Cup?
Forrest Gump.
No, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. He played at Alabama. Bear Bryant was his coach.
Technically, that wasn't a sports movie.
Yeah, that was a sports movie. It's all about sports.
Moneyball's not even on that one list.
Yeah, right. Moneyball ought to be.
That was
on
a great.
there. Yeah, exactly.
Did y'all see the program? I can't believe it. It's an older
I
movie.
did not actually see it.
It
but
was
I
a
know-
big
I'm
deal
aware
back
of it.
then.
Yeah.
Everybody's going crazy because they used South Carolina Stadium. I guess it's because it's older. It didn't make it with people younger than us.
Yeah.
Than me. Wildcat, do you remember the program?
The Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
The Longest
yeah.
Yard,
Had two of those.
Burt
It
Reynolds.
was so good. It had two.
that-
movies.
every
That's a
year
good-
that was
Either one of the new
Yeah.
Longest Yard or the old. I like the old
I like the
Longest
old-
Yard
Hey,
better.
Longest
another
Yard
great
better,
movie
too.
that's not on that list is 42.
42.
Hank Aaron.
I just saw
no, Hank Aaron. What's his name that broke the color barrier for baseball? I'm drawing a blank.
Willie Mays, Stargell,
Robinson.
not Star.
Oh,
Robinson.
yeah. There was another one. He played at Syracuse, the running back. That was good. I can't think of the name of the movie. That was really good, too.
You can remember where they played, when they played, but you can't remember the name of the movie.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, man.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway,
Hey, I got a special shout out though.
go ahead, shout it out.
All right, so last week Mosley had 5 athletes sign scholarships.
Woo! Good job, Mosley.
One of them was on the Mosley cheer team. She signed a scholarship with Troy University. Kate
Wow.
Jowers.
Good job, Kate. Yes, sir. Good job. They giving scholarship now to cheerleading?
Some schools do.
You
it
could
depends
have
on the
done
program.
well with that.
Yeah, I was a great cheerleader. I'd have got on
There's
the
a,
field. I'd actually got on the field.
I mean,
That's awesome. Thank you, Chad.
I mean, cheerleading is a big part of college sports. There's a viral video, if you haven't seen it. There's a girl and her stunt guy from South Florida. that they were doing these stunts, and this guy.
It's impressive when you watch them. Yeah.
Have you seen the video? It's crazy.
I've not seen this.
They're
one,
doing.
but I've seen some. Yeah.
He's holding this girl up with one hand.
Yeah.
And she's doing backflips and all this
off
stuff.
his
And
one
catching.
hand.
And
Yes.
he's catching her with it.
Yes.
I mean,
maybe I have seen the same video, but
and that
it's
was
impressive
recent.
what they do.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. What y'all think about Colorado retiring Sanders' number and the kid that just won the Heisman? Hunter?
No, wrong.
After
Shouldn't have
one,
done it.
I mean, the next year you retire. Do you realize the guy that won the national championship for him? I think he was a running back.
Quarterback.
The quarterback, 94 was the quarterback. They didn't retire his jersey. Is that the year they tied for the national championship?
I think so.
I think so.
Why do we retire jerseys?
Well, listen to this.
I
You know when they
just don't
retired?
like
You know
that
when they
idea.
retired his? A year after he died.
Yeah.
A year after
I
he
get
died.
that, but why do we retire numbers?
But why
not
would
keep
you
the
do
number
it?
and just put the banner with the number
But you're
up?
not getting it. Why would you tire it the year after they quit playing?
No, I get that.
That's wrong.
One of the reasons they said they retired Shedeur Sanders' number is because he's the all-time leading passer in yardage at Colorado.
So what?
I had a conversation this weekend with somebody, and he's saying this, and I said, so the new guy that's coming in, this taunted 5-star freshman, I said, how long is it going to take him to break that record? 2.5 years? Because Shedeur Sanders only played 2 years. And the difference there, they threw the ball 45 to 55 times a game.
Yeah.
And then you had a great wide receiver out there in Hunter. But I'm looking at it, Shedeur Sanders' record. If you look at the stats, okay, the passing stats are great as far as yardage. Win-loss, 13-11.
That's what I'm saying. It's about
the number of interceptions.
Chaz, it's about the individual passing record or it's about the team winning?
Both.
The team.
It's about the money, Coach.
Did they want
just
to?
telling
Were they
you,
worried
it's about
Deion was
the
going to
money.
leave? You think they were worried like
well,
we
I
got to
don't know
make
about
him happy,
that, but
keep him here?
I will just say it's about the money, Coach.
I'll be honest, I didn't realize how many people in Colorado, former players, went through the roof. They were not happy at all.
Well, the biggest thing, I think it's an insult to Cordell.
It is.
Because, I mean, his number's still not retired.
It's sad, man. I didn't get it. I still don't get it.
It's about the money.
Now, if they would have won a national championship this year and did everything that...
Sure.
Hey.
Right. He's a
They still
celebrated
could do
player.
it, but the year after they quit playing, I mean, they're still in school. They're there now. Then they did it. I know you're going to retire the mic the day I walk out, but I want y'all to wait a week.
We're going to bronze it.
We're going to burn
on
his
the wall.
number. We're going to burn his number when he leaves. What was your number, by the
With
way?
him in
What's
it.
the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates at 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com or robotmd.com.
I'm going to robot you.
So,
Patrick, what's the best way to get up with you? Turf Pro Pest Control.
Yeah, look us up on Facebook at Turf Pro PC. Go to our website, turfpropc.com, or call us on our local number, 850-890-5820.
It's the highest selling jersey in Southern Mississippi history.
And what number was it?
Number 93.
93.
Yes. Yeah, in high school it was 45.
Well, it was the highest
What does
selling.
it matter in high school?
Because that
Did
was
they
the highest
retire-
number they
did
sold a jersey of.
So did they retire number 93?
No, and don't worry, it never will be.
It's still being washed, huh?
You know, think about it. You made a good point, though, about retiring jersey. If you're at Alabama, Florida, Florida State, all those teams Bobby Bowden had, you wouldn't have enough. You wouldn't have jerseys.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
play in.
Why? And you know, sometimes there's another good player that comes along.
Tim Tebow's
that
number
wears,
90.
right, that wears that number and does well.
I love what one of the things Ole Miss does. They've got a retired jersey that they designate for one player that year that the team votes on, and you have to be voted to wear that number. That to me is a retirement and an honor to that player.
So it's retired, but
it's
they
not-
take it out of
No,
retirement.
it's not. They retire the jersey, so you can't go in there as an athlete and choose the jersey.
You have to. It has to
The
be-
team votes that
You
Chad
can wear
Mitchell
it.
gets that
And I
that
like-
number that
No,
year.
I like that. It's technically not retired. It's reserved. It's a reserved
It's
jersey.
an honor.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah,
honor to get that
honor
selection.
jersey.
Yeah, that's what they do with mine. That's what they do with mine. Baby.
Sure they do.
As far as you know.
I think they dug a hole and buried it.
There you go. As far as you know, they might have done that too. I
They
don't
stopped
know.
counting.
All right, we're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest.
They couldn't count.
Northwest Florida. The afternoon underdog.
I could care less about, he spent his own dime to come over. I don't want to care when you go to Egypt to miss practice. Right. I don't care.